How you doing? Dave Clark from InspectCheck-net. I just am making this brief video, and just like I make a lot of my videos, it's something that's on my mind, and I just need to get it out there a little bit. Some things that I'm seeing out there in the home inspection world, something that might be able to help you out. Very quick. There's four things you should be doing. One we're going to kind of take for granted, but four things you should be doing to help protect yourself. Okay? And I don't want to sound like I wake up every day saying, "Oh my God, I'm going to get sued" and all that. But it happens, and it's part of the business. So any good business is going to take steps to make sure that they're protected. All right. So home inspection is no different. What are the four things? What are the four things that you absolutely have to be doing? One, you need a good contract or agreement for home inspection. And I'm not a lawyer. I don't play one on TV, and I don't expect to be able to write that without having some type of legal help. I'm not going to say, "Oh, I got it from a really good website or from some group or whatever." It should be reviewed by an attorney that has some knowledge in this, or maybe somebody, but definitely it should be reviewed, and it should be executed. What I mean executed is it should be signed prior to you doing the home inspection. And any additional services need to be in there. Okay. Also, any language that's mandated by your state needs to be in there. Again, that's why you need somebody with some knowledge. So that's the first thing. That's thing number one. Make sure you have a good contract. Make sure it's executed prior to starting that home inspection, or at the very least before you give the report out. All right. After that, that's one of the most important things. One of the most important things. Okay. Next thing is, make sure your client understands what a visual home inspection is. Even if they read the contract, and many times they don't read it, they just sign it, they don't understand that. So I have a spiel that I do every time, and I greet them. Remember, many times you're seeing your client for the first time, and I'll say, "Today we're performing a visual home inspection. It's not technically exhaustive." And I'm looking right at them. A technically exhaustive inspection is something where I would bring samples back to a laboratory, or we would have experts in different disciplines doing forensic inspection on the house. That's not what we're doing today. Today, I'm conducting a visual home inspection, and I'm giving you my professional opinion on the systems and items that I'm required to inspect and their condition on today's date. We don't offer warranties, guarantees, or insurance policy on the house, and I go on to tell them I didn't build it, so I can't warranty any part of it. They need to be clear. Sometimes I repeat it a second time. We're conducting a visual home inspection only, and we are paying today. You're paying for my professional opinion on the condition of the systems and items inspected on today's date. And I ask them if they have any questions on that. It's very important. That has to get in their mind that, okay, so this guy's only giving me a professional opinion on the systems and items that he's required to inspect, and their condition is based on today's date. Okay, now that's not to say you can't say it's nearing the end of its serviceable life or there's some rust on it, whatever, but they need to understand you don't have a crystal ball. I think that's very important right off the top. Before I do anything, before I put my ladder up, I say that to them. And if they've signed the contract, great. I said that we went over that in the contract, or you saw that in the contract. If not, I'll give them the contract to look at it and sign it and see if they have any questions. All right, that's the second thing that you got to do. The third thing I don't even want to talk about, and that's really make sure you do a good quality home inspection. If you're out of there in 45 minutes, good luck. Good luck. You know what? Then don't even bother with this. Just go get yourself a good lawyer. But if you do a good quality home inspection, okay, that's important. All right, and review. This will save you, and if this doesn't save you from a law, I don't want to save you from a lawsuit, but if this doesn't save you from aggravation, let's put it that way, it'll definitely save you phone calls and wasted time on the phone. I've had clients tell me, yeah, they had a home inspector. He didn't talk much. He said, here's your report, and you can call him if you have any questions. I mean, I talk the whole time. You can see I have no problem talking, right? Okay, so review it. Here's how I like to do a review. Again, they need clear direction. The review is simple. Simple. When I'm done with the roof system, I explain to them everything I saw as I'm going. These are your roof shingles. This is the condition. This is the deck. This is the condition, flashing, condition, drainage, right? And then I say, do you have any questions on the roof system? Right? Because I'm not going to do it each little individual step. Well, you know, I don't know, that might be even more confusing. But the roof system's got 5 or 6 things or whatever you put in your roof system. Same thing with the heating system. We don't have to say, do you understand about the heat exchanger? Do you understand about the flue pipe? Do you understand about the circulator? Do you understand about the air handler? I mean, you know, let's look at the system. And then I'll say, do you have any questions on the roof system? Is there anything, you know, that you're not clear on? And answer that question then, before you move on to the next system. You don't want to wait till you're completely done, even though we're going to talk about that real quick. You don't want to wait till you're completely done and then say, do you have any questions? Oh, you want to talk about the roof? Let's go back outside and take a look at the roof. No, try to take it a piece by piece. So let's talk about the roof. Any questions? No. Exterior, anything out here? No. Foundation, anything on the foundation? Structure, and you know what I'm saying? So as you're going, so you're progressing through that home inspection, and the client has clear understanding on that system before you move on to the next, because you're giving them a lot of information in those 4 hours or 3 hours, okay, or 45 minutes. No, I'm kidding. All right, so you're going to do that for all the systems. When you're done, you're going to, you know, get your stuff together, and you're going to, again, ask them, is there anything you want to take a second look at? Is there anything that you're not clear on? If you have the ability to show them the report right then and there, I know in InspectCheck we can just hit PDF, even if it's not completed, and it'll go through it, or you can, if it is completed, you can create a summary, whatever you want to do. When I used to use paper reports, I would literally open it up in front of them and flip through the pages. Now I scroll on an iPad, right? But whatever you need to do, I think it's a good idea. Even if they say, no, I understand everything, I still think it's a great idea to look at the bullet points. So let's look at the most significant issues or deficiencies. Definitely take a look at that. I think that that's very important. Those 4 things, really 3 things, plus doing a good home inspection. I mean, you can't say enough about that. I'm assuming that you're all doing a great home inspection. But those 3 things, get that contract signed. Make sure you have a good spiel explaining to them what you're doing. Set their expectations. You set the expectations. And make sure that when you're done with each section, you review it and take your time. You'd rather answer the question right then and there when you're there and try to, you know, get on the phone and answer it later. Ask that question then, and then when you're completely done, ask them one more time. Is there anything else you have any questions on? And, you know, and get that report to them as soon as you can. That's important too. And always follow up with a phone call. I do that within 3 days or even sooner. And that's something you can also, we talk about that in Home Inspector Boot Camp. You can take that, it's free. Definitely follow up after the fact too. Very important. Keep that line of communication open. I hope you enjoyed this. I just had to make this quick video just to say a few things that I see as not necessarily always going on out there in home inspection world. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.